What's up, everybody? Danny Vega from Fat Fueled Family, and I've been asked to record a podcast or make a video on what this whole Keto 30 is. People have been kind of curious about it, so I totally get it because there is part of it is buying the bundle. We have this Keto 30 challenge that's happening in January. I'm going to be taking some of my online clients through it, and as well as the person who wins our Fat Fueled Family holiday giveaway. I'm going to be using that for this weight loss challenge, and it's basically very simple. There's 4 aspects to it. Number 1, you're going to replace one of your meals with KetoLogic MRP, which I'll talk about, the KetoLogic meal replacement. You're going to have 2 low carb meals, and then you're going to have 1 to 2 servings of the BHB, the KetoLogic BHB exogenous ketones, and you're going to get moving. The last part, I'm going to be helping you all with that. That's going to be where I share workouts and training videos and all types of stuff that you can do to accelerate your fat loss in the beginning of January. So it starts on January 2nd, and for that reason, we want people to be ordering their Keto 30 bundle by December the 23rd, so that you can have everything ready for January 2nd. So, I mean, you may not be thinking about weight loss right now. You may be kind of taking a break because you want to spend some time with family. You're traveling. Obviously, don't let it go. Don't let it get out of hand. Have some non-negotiables for yourself. Check out the article that I wrote about beginning the new year the right way with, getting a quick start to your fat loss in 2019. I'll link that in the notes of this video. I'll also link our code, which we have FatFueledFam, gives you 10% off. I'm trying to think what else. I'll share all the relevant information in the notes of this video. But what I wanted to do is kind of go, first of all, talk a little bit about KetoLogic, what my involvement with them has been. I met KetoLogic in 2017 at KetoCon. So that was, I believe, August or September of 2017. Really hit it off with them. They are coming from a company, there used to be a company called Scivation that made, if you're a bodybuilder or you're in that arena, you will know Scivation for their amino acids. They had like the best tasting amino acids, and they did really well with that. One of the owners, his mother got cancer, and he wanted to sponsor cancer research using amino acids as part of it. And I think he approached Dr. Dominic D'Agostino, a friend of ours, as you may know him. And he, he basically wanted, Dr. D'Agostino said, okay, if we do this, maybe we should use exogenous ketones as well. And what he found in that study was the rats that had the amino acids alone, they did okay, but the ones that actually had amino acids and exogenous ketones did much better in whatever they were looking for with the cancer stuff. So this is where the CEO of this company and where the executive team of this company is coming from. They're coming from it from a personal place, and so they have really good products. Like I said, I've known them for almost 2 years now, and we've been working with them for a while. You guys see, I'm not out here pushing a ton of products. There are a few that I love. Of course, FBomb, which FBomb is associated with this company. They're under the same umbrella. And of course ButcherBox and some of the other companies that I talk about, but for the most part, I'm not out there selling crazy stuff. I do think that when it comes to weight loss, I've mentioned this a few times already, and if you're one of my coaching clients, you hear me tell you this the first time when we have our first consult, and that is the reason why you hire me a lot of the time is for 2 reasons. For simplicity, to completely eliminate decision fatigue. You don't want to think about what's the best program. You don't want to think about the diet. You want someone to write your training program. You want someone to write your diet. So all you have to do is show up and do it. The other thing is you want someone to keep you accountable. And so for that reason, we have my daily weigh-in sheets. We do a few other things, our weekly progress pics, our check-ins. Those are the things where I'm keeping you accountable and I'm making sure that you're getting your money's worth. Of course, you're also paying me, and that helps you, try to get your money's worth. What I like about the Keto 30 is that it's accomplishing kind of the same things. I mentioned how it works. The simplicity of it is you know what you're going to get. You're going to have one of your meals, which is going to be replaced by the meal replacement. And the way that I would do it, it all depends. Like if you're someone who likes to do an intermittent fast, and you don't want to eat until lunch, that's totally fine. Or you want to intermittent fast and then have, start that early. I would say a good way to do it, two different ways. You can do like a water only fast or like a black coffee fast, go train in the morning, and then your post-workout meal, that would be a really good time to have one of the meal replacements. And so you would the way I like to do the meal replacements is I will mix the meal replacement with unsweetened cashew milk and 1 tablespoon of almond butter. You can include a little bit more protein, maybe some collagen protein if you want, and that would be the way I do it. The other way is my kids love the meal replacement in their Greek yogurt. So we'll do Greek yogurt or triple cream yogurt. Peak yogurt would be a fantastic option. There's strawberry, has a little bit of sugar, but my kids, they have such little sugar that it doesn't matter. Or you could do it with the just the plain version that doesn't have sugar, because these have good amounts of flavor, but they're not crazy sweet, which I really love. It's super important. I just spoke about this on another video, how if it's the beginning of your keto journey, you don't want to be crushing all these different hyper palatable keto sweets that are just loaded with 5 different sweeteners. And that's what I'm seeing a lot. I just reviewed a few products that they're all loaded with these sweeteners. This product, the keto meal replacement, I'll start with these. They have 1 scoop of these has 7 grams of protein that's coming from whey, 6 grams of carbs, okay? So 3 of them are sugar. So sugar, in my opinion, is a better sweetener than a lot of these sweeteners because it's not as sweet. Now, you don't want to have a lot of sugar. This only has 3 grams of sugar. It has 2 grams of fiber and then 1 gram of stevia, and that's coming from the stevia that's in the whey protein powder that they use. So it's not too sweet. And you'll see, if you want to look at, on this YouTube, Desmond trying this for the first time like a year and a half ago, July of 2017, you'll see that he's like, it's sweet enough. It's like we always tell them, like, okay, fine, you want something sweet, you want it to be sweet enough. You don't want it to be overly sweet, because the research has shown that really sweet sweeteners, they tend to not allow you to regulate your caloric intake. So you overeat because of the sweeteners. Of course, there could be insulin responses, which causes a hypoglycemic effect as well. And if your blood sugar is too low, then you're gonna want something sweet later in the day, or you're gonna get hungry. So there's a bunch of reasons why you don't want a ton of sweeteners, and there's sweeteners that you just wanna stay away from. In my opinion, stevia is one of the only ones that I'll consume a little bit of. I'm not out there using, I don't even have actual stevia, but some of the stuff that I have, if it's like a protein powder or something like that, or I'm gonna make a dessert with the protein powder, there may be a little bit of stevia in the protein powder. But we're talking about 1 gram with this. I mean, your typical erythritol laced, keto treat is gonna have at the very least 5 to 6 grams, and if not, like 10 to 15 grams. It's crazy, okay? It's super, super sweet. It's the same thing with xylitol. Our favorite flavors are the strawberry and the chocolate. My favorite is the chocolate. The way I'm doing this is I'm replacing, it's kind of like a before dinner, because we have jujitsu now, and so I'll train in the morning. I'll have my post-workout meals, just meat and eggs or whatever. And then before we go to jujitsu, we have to leave at 4:30 because Dean starts at 5 and there's a little bit of traffic. Dean goes from 5 to 5:30. Desmond goes from 5:30 to 6:15. And then at 6:15 on Tuesdays and Thursdays, Desmond has striking from 6:15 to 7:15. So I go at night on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 6:15 to 7:15. And then Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I go at 6 a.m. to jujitsu. So I have, like I said, I have one scoop of this with unsweetened cashew milk and a tablespoon of almond butter, and that's kind of like, that gets me through the nighttime while we're at jujitsu. We get home around 7:45. We usually try to have something somewhat made, like today we're making beef ribs, so the beef ribs will just be in the oven ready for us, and we'll just heat them up a little bit more, and we'll eat that when we get home. So it's a lifesaver. It's really, really good. That's how we use the MRP. Now the BHB, the reason why BHB could be useful to someone who's starting a ketogenic diet is if you are coming from a high carb diet, chances are you're gonna have the keto flu, you're not gonna feel great. And if you can have something that can help you accelerate, or not accelerate, but at least feel what it's like to have ketones in your blood, which exogenous ketones can do that for you, you're gonna be more likely to stick to the diet, you're gonna be more likely to comply with the diet. And then the other thing is, when you experience the keto flu, a lot of that is because when insulin drops from a decreased carbohydrate intake, you're gonna be expelling all this water. And then along with that water, you're expelling electrolytes, you know, and that's why you feel like crap. A lot of the time it's an electrolyte imbalance. You're losing sodium, potassium, and magnesium. All those three things are super, super important. So, of course, we tell people to supplement, but if you're taking this, you're gonna handle a lot of that, because one scoop of this has 260 milligrams of calcium, 75 milligrams of magnesium, 510 milligrams of sodium, and 200 milligrams of potassium. And I like that, that balance. You know, I always tell people to try to keep your potassium anywhere from like 40% to close to 50% of what your magnesium or your sodium intake is. And that's in one scoop. A full serving is 2 scoops. So part of the Keto 30 is to do 1 to 2 servings a day. With my clients, I'll probably do 1 serving twice a day, maybe. Like, so 1 serving during your workout. So you have something in your workout that's actual energy. It's giving you a quick source of energy. Maybe you taking with some caffeine. They have the one that has caffeine now. And that's awesome, because Finney and Volek, you know, you guys have heard me talk about Dr. Stephen Finney and Jeff Volek, Dr. Jeff Volek. They have done some research recently looking at caffeine paired with ketones. So the Keto Energy BHB is the one that has caffeine and ketones in it. And the actual caffeine, let me see, is 100 milligrams per scoop. So two scoops will be 200 milligrams, and that's a full serving. But like I said, you can do half a serving twice a day. It may even be better. You got to keep in mind that with that increased sodium and increased magnesium all at one time, you may experience some urgency to go to the bathroom. So you don't want you don't want to consume too much at first. So regardless of what you do, the first time you try it, you want to try 1 scoop alone and see how you feel with that. There are also the BHB unflavored. If you wanted to put the BHB in your water and you don't want absolutely any sweetener at all, because there's a little bit of stevia in the BHB as well, you can do that. My favorite flavors are the Patriot Pop. It tastes like those old popsicles that used to have in the ice cream man, like the ice cream man used to bring. Those taste really good. And grape. The grape tastes really good. All of them are good though. Like, we have the apple pear over there. I didn't want to bring a ton of these over here. You can look at the flavors. They're all good flavors. Remember, this is a company that's known for making things that taste good. Of course, the cucumber lime is probably our favorite flavor to use for the keto gummies, the keto BHB gummies. You may have seen Maura and I have posted the recipe of that. We've linked the recipe to that. For you can have basically gummy bears with using the exogenous ketones. You just need some molds and we like to use, we have all types of molds. We have like Star Wars, Legos, all this stuff. And the kids love it, and it's literally just like this much of stuff, and it's just a little bit of exogenous ketone, so it's very, very low calorie, but it tastes good, and it may hit that sweet spot, or whatever, that snack craving that you have. So that's basically it. This is KetoLogic. This is the Keto 30. And of course they have a bunch of other products that you can look at, but the Keto 30 is this stuff. I guess I can tell real quick the story about my parents. My parents were using terrible, crappy creamers forever. And I mean, I'm talking about stuff with corn syrup solids and, soy and just a bunch of like hydrogenated vegetable oils. Disgusting, man, just nasty stuff. So at Thanksgiving, I was like, this is enough. I threw it away, and I ordered them the keto coffee creamer from KetoLogic, which is, the same ingredients, maybe a little bit of stevia, but some MCTs. There's MCTs in the MRP too, which I failed to mention. You guys know that medium chain triglycerides are a quickly absorbed form of energy. They're a medium chain fat that are converted to ketones quickly in the liver in the absence of carbs. So my parents are now subscribed, getting the keto coffee creamer every month, the vanilla. And so bringing it full circle, doing keto with your family, doing it with your kids, doing it with your parents, know that there are keto-friendly options that you can use and replace their crap with. Keep an eye out, you know, look in their cupboard when you're there on Christmas and on the holidays and see what you can get rid of, and then just see if you can offer them something that's keto-friendly that may be better. All right, other than that, super excited for this Keto 30. Can't wait to see how my clients do and their progress, and definitely inviting you all to join me. So make sure to look at the links in the notes and make sure to join us. All right, wish you all the best, and can't wait to see how you guys hit the ground running. All right, take care.